September 29th, 1996, the last time the NASCAR Cup Series visited North Wilkesboro Speedway. Jeff Gordon was the defending Winston Cup champion, Tupac was killed a few weeks prior, the 96 Bulls completed the greatest season in NBA history, Bill Clinton was the president, a gallon of gas was slightly over $1, and Macarena was the #1 song in America. For fans like myself, who weren't even alive the last time a race was held at North Wilkesboro, we might as well just see this as any other race. But when NASCAR returns to North Wilkesboro this weekend, just remember that this race ain't for us. It's for all the boomers and old folks out there that stuck around even as the track rotted to ruin, waiting patiently for the day stock cars would hit the asphalt on this little short track in northwestern North Carolina once again. Today, we'll be looking at some of the highlights from the final Cup race at North Wilkesboro, the 1996 Tyson Holly Farms 400. In the 1990s, NASCAR was experiencing a major boom in popularity. As the sanctioning body expanded to bigger markets throughout the country, this meant that some tracks would be left behind, with North Wilkesboro being the most notable. With the recent construction of the now infamous Texas Motor Speedway, fans were saying their goodbyes to the historic short track. It was basically a funeral. I mean, ESPN had drivers doing eulogies for the track, and they were showing them during the race. Going into the race, Jeff Gordon led Terry Labonte by 81 points in the championship. Oh yeah, he was the pole sitter too, in case you forgot how good Jeff Gordon was in the late 90s. Gordon's early lead wouldn't last long as Bobby Hamilton took the lead from him early in the race. He would eventually slip back to 5th as Urban, Earnhardt, Martin, and let me make sure I got this right. Derek Cope got past him. During the break, Ernie Urban would breeze past Hamilton going to turn 3. Kyle Petty would spin, causing Mark Martin to take the lead on pit road under caution. And here's a young Larry McReynolds yelling at an official. Great stuff. Bobby Hillin would get into the door of Robert Presley. However, Presley doesn't completely spin, so we stay green. Mark Martin takes a slightly higher line, allowing Rusty Wallace to take the lead coming out of turn 4. After laps of chasing down Wallace through lap traffic, Gordon would finally regain the lead, with Rusty getting the short end of the stick.
Look at Mass! Oh, some contact throws Wallace out of control.
Rusty Wallace and Jeff Gordon would take turns leading towards the halfway point of the race. Slowly but surely, here comes the Intimidator, and he has found himself in the lead right ahead of Jeff Gordon. Earnhardt would beat Gordon off pit road during green flag stops, but just a few laps later, Jeff Gordon would make the pass again. But it's Jeff Burton who now leads the race after a fast pit stop. With 151 laps to go, Gordon sends it into turn 3 to take P1 away from Burton. On the restart, Earnhardt and Dale Jarrett make contact down the backstretch, with both drivers maintaining position. Earnhardt takes the lead from Gordon with 98 laps to go as the two drivers navigate through lap traffic. The two would battle lap after lap until Gordon gets back to the front with 92 to go. Dale wasn't going to let Gordon run away with this one, however, as Earnhardt makes contact with Gordon and retakes the lead again. You know, I've never seen like an actual battle between Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt, but now I understand the hype. I understand why people miss the 90s. You know what? This is a rare boomer W right now. Robert Presley would spin in turn 3, bringing out the yellow. Earnhardt would win the battle off pit road, and the race is on once again with 79 laps to go. Jeff Gordon, with the help of Dale Jarrett, takes back the lead. It's now Jeff versus Jeff for the lead, with Burton nearly getting to Gordon's quarter panel, but no contact was made. Earnhardt retakes second from Jeff Burton, but Jeff Gordon is starting to distance himself from the rest of the field with 22 laps to go. And after leading 207 out of 400 laps, Jeff Gordon will go on to win the final points race at North Wilkesboro Speedway, marking the end of an era for NASCAR. After 30 years of rotting into ruins, fans never thought they'd see the day when NASCAR, and even racing in general, would return to the track. Well, that day is here, as NASCAR returns to North Wilkesboro Speedway this weekend for the Craftsman Truck Series and the All-Star Race. So after watching this race, I was actually pretty impressed by the racing. This is what I've seen, but people said like North Wilkesboro raced like Richmond, and I really don't like Richmond that much, even though this year's race was pretty good. You know, I was pleasantly surprised. There were some good battles, especially with Gordon and Earnhardt just going back and forth, trading places for first. Like that was some good stuff right there. So I know the current Cup short track package is, let me just put this, not up to par. I think, especially with how worn the asphalt is now, like I think we can have a pretty good race. It might not be, you know, a banger, but you know, it still could be a decent race. At the end of the day, just an exhibition. You know, people are just gonna be happy to be back in North Wilkesboro. I don't think people are really gonna care too much about the the racing side of it, you know. So hopefully this isn't like a cold take later on, but I think this race is gonna be pretty good. So what do y'all think down below? Let me know what y'all think about North Wilkesboro. Are you excited for this race? Have you ever seen a North Wilkesboro race before? You know, let me know down below in the comments. Thank y'all for watching. We have a good day. Peace.